What if I told you that you already have 10 incredible superpowers hidden inside your brain? You use them every day. Without training, without noticing, without even knowing they exist. Today we're uncovering the hidden abilities science has discovered inside every healthy human brain. Welcome to PsyDrops. Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering you've lost something you never even knew you had. Not your sight, not your hearing, not your memories. Something far more invisible. Something your brain has been using every second of every day, without ever asking for your attention. You probably believe your greatest superpower would be perfect memory or unbelievable intelligence. Maybe reading minds or solving impossible problems. But science has uncovered something far more extraordinary. Trees, lanterns, marble statues, beautiful architecture, yet nothing seems to move. Almost frozen in time. Your brain is performing miracles right now. Not magic, not myths, not science fiction. Real biological abilities that neuroscientists are still trying to fully understand. And the strangest part, most people never notice them. So, let's try something. Don't pause, don't rewind. Just keep watching. Just relax and enjoy the garden. Ready? Let's begin. Here's something that sounds impossible. Right now your eyes are receiving millions of pieces of visual information. Colors, shapes, movement, light, shadow. Tiny details everywhere. Yet you are only aware of a very small part of it. Imagine if your brain treated everything as equally important. Every bird, every leaf, every sound, every shadow, every smell. Every sensation, every conversation. At exactly the same time. You wouldn't become more aware. You'd become completely overwhelmed. Instead, your brain performs one of its greatest miracles. It quietly asks thousands of times every second, what actually matters? Then without asking permission it hides everything else. Quick question. A few moments ago, while we were walking through this garden, did you notice the small purple elephant crossing the bridge? Don't worry, most people don't. Your eyes probably saw it. But seeing and noticing are not the same thing. Your attention was somewhere else. So your brain decided this wasn't important enough to bring into your conscious awareness. Psychologists call this selective attention. It's one reason researchers created the famous invisible gorilla experiment. Participants carefully counted basketball passes. Meanwhile, someone wearing a full gorilla suit walked directly through the middle of the scene. Stopped, beat their chest. Then walked away. And many people never noticed. Not because they were careless. Not because they weren't looking. But because their attention was somewhere else. But selective attention is only the beginning. Because your brain doesn't just decide what deserves your attention. Sometimes it completely rewrites what you believe you saw. Think about this: if someone secretly changed the world around you, would you notice? Most people would answer, of course. Science gave a very different answer. Imagine you're helping a stranger. You're looking directly at their face. Listening carefully. Then, for just 1 second something passes between you. When it moves away, you're no longer speaking to the same person. Would you notice? Researchers actually tested this. And to everyone's surprise, many people kept talking without realizing the person had changed. Not because they weren't paying attention, but because their brain believed nothing important had happened. This incredible ability is called change blindness. Your brain isn't recording every tiny detail, like a video camera. That would require an impossible amount of energy. Instead, it builds the most useful version of reality. Then whenever something changes, your brain asks one simple question. Does this matter? If the answer is no, it quietly fills in the gaps and lets life continue. It sounds unbelievable. Yet, this hidden shortcut helps you survive. Imagine if every leaf, every shadow, every blinking light, every shifting cloud demanded your full attention. You'd struggle to finish a single conversation. Your brain chooses efficiency over perfection. And most of the time it's the right choice. But hiding the world isn't the only trick your brain performs. Sometimes it does the exact opposite. Sometimes it hides what you've been feeling all along. Take a moment right now and notice the clothes touching your shoulders, your sleeves against your arms, your shoes around your feet. Can you feel them? Of course you can. But here's the strange part, just a few seconds ago, you probably weren't thinking about them at all. Not because they disappeared. Your brain simply decided they weren't important enough to interrupt your thoughts. Every second millions of sensory messages arrive from your body. Your skin, your ears, your nose, your muscles, your eyes. If your brain treated every single one as equally important, life would become exhausting. Let's try another experiment. Don't move. Simply listen. How many sounds can you hear right now? Maybe an air conditioner, traffic, birds, a fan, someone talking, your own breathing. Now here's the question. Were those sounds always there? Or did your brain just bring them into your awareness? Nothing changed, except your attention. Your brain had already heard them. It simply decided they weren't worth mentioning until now. Scientists call this sensory adaptation. When something stays safe, predictable, and unchanged, your nervous system gradually reduces how strongly it responds. Not because the signal disappears, but because your brain has learned it no longer needs your attention. It's why you stop noticing your favorite perfume. Why your watch seems to disappear from your wrist. Why people living beside train tracks often stop hearing the trains. The world didn't become quieter. Your brain became smarter. And here's the beautiful irony. Your brain spends so much energy ignoring what stays the same so that the smallest, unexpected change can immediately capture your attention. Sometimes, survival isn't about noticing everything. It's about noticing the one thing that suddenly becomes different. Your third hidden superpower isn't paying attention. It's knowing when not to. But perhaps your brain's greatest superpower isn't what it chooses to notice. It's what it chooses to remember. Because memories aren't stored like photographs locked safely inside your mind. They're living stories, changing, growing. Sometimes fading. Sometimes becoming stronger every time you remember them. And that may be the most extraordinary secret your brain has been hiding all along. Imagine if every memory you've ever made was locked away inside your mind, exactly as it happened. Every smile, every conversation, every childhood birthday. Every goodbye. Untouched, perfect. Forever. Most of us believe that's exactly how memory works. But your brain has something far more fascinating in mind. Every time you remember something, your brain does something extraordinary. It doesn't simply take the memory off a shelf. Instead, it rebuilds it. Piece by piece. Like an artist painting the same picture again. Let's try something together. Don't overthink it. Picture your childhood bedroom. Take a moment, can you see it? Where was the bed? What color were the walls? Was there a window? Maybe a favorite toy? Now ask yourself, are you remembering it exactly as it was? Or, are you rebuilding it using pieces your brain believes belong there? Most memories aren't perfect recordings. They're reconstructions. Your brain gathers fragments, emotions, sounds, image, feelings. Then it stitches them together into a story that feels complete. Scientists call this process memory reconsolidation. When you remember something, the memory briefly becomes flexible again, almost as if opening an old document on a computer. For a short time it can be strengthened, updated, or influenced before your brain stores it again. That doesn't mean all memories are unreliable. Far from it. It means your memory is designed to help you adapt, not to function like a video camera. Think about that. If memory worked like a perfect recording, you'd struggle to learn from new experiences. You couldn't update old beliefs, or see familiar moments through the wisdom you've gained since then. Your memories grow with you, because you grow. Maybe that's why years later you can forget someone's exact words, yet somehow never forget how they made you feel. Sometimes the most important part of a memory isn't the picture. It's the meaning your heart still carries. Your fourth hidden superpower isn't remembering the past. It's rebuilding it so it can guide your future. But memories don't become stronger by accident. Something extraordinary happens while you're doing absolutely nothing. While you're asleep, while you're resting, while you think your brain has finally gone quiet. It begins one of its busiest and most remarkable jobs. At the end of every day you close your eyes and disappear into sleep. It feels like everything stops. Your thoughts grow quieter. Your body relaxes. The world fades away. But inside your head, something extraordinary is just beginning. While you dream, your brain doesn't simply switch off. It becomes incredibly busy. Sorting, organizing, strengthening. Deciding which memories deserve to stay, and which ones can quietly fade away. Have you ever spent hours trying to solve a problem only to give up? Then, the next morning the answer suddenly appears. Almost effortlessly. As if your brain kept working, without telling you. Because, sometimes it actually did. Researchers have found that sleep doesn't just help us feel rested. It plays a vital role in strengthening newly learned information and skills. The brain repeatedly reactivates patterns formed during the day, helping stabilize many memories and making future recall more reliable. It's one reason why studying before healthy sleep often works better than staying awake all night. Scientists call part of this process memory consolidation. Throughout certain stages of sleep, your brain helps strengthen important experiences and integrates them with what you already know. It isn't copying memories, like files onto a hard drive. It's building stronger connection between billions of neurons, preparing you for tomorrow. Imagine trying to keep every single moment you've ever experienced. Every face. Every sound. Every sentence. Your mind would become impossibly crowded. Forgetting isn't always a failure. Sometimes, it's your brain making room for what matters most. Perhaps, sleep isn't the end of your day. Maybe, it's the quiet workshop where today's experiences become tomorrow's wisdom. While you rest, your brain keeps building the person you're becoming. Your fifth hidden superpower is that your brain never truly clocks out. Even while you sleep, it's helping prepare you for tomorrow. But there's one hidden ability that may be even more surprising. Your brain doesn't just remember the world. It doesn't just filter it. Sometimes, it creates entirely new ideas from pieces that never belonged together before. Every invention, every masterpiece, every brilliant solution began inside the same brain you already have. Have you ever walked away from a difficult problem because nothing made sense? You tried again and again, until eventually you gave up. Then, hours later, while taking a shower, washing dishes, or simply walking, the answer appears. Almost out of nowhere. As if someone quietly whispered it into your mind. Think about it. Has that ever happened to you? You weren't trying to solve anything anymore. Yet somehow, the solution found you. Why? Your brain never completely stopped working. Even when your conscious attention moved elsewhere. Hidden networks continued exploring, making connections, testing possibilities without demanding your attention. Psychologists call part of this process incubation. When you step away from a difficult problem, your brain doesn't always stop processing it. Instead, taking a break can sometimes reduce mental fixation, allowing different ideas and memories to be connected in new ways. That's one reason creative insights often arrive when you least expect them. Great ideas rarely appear out of nothing. Your brain takes experiences, memories, skills, and knowledge, then quietly combines them in ways you've never seen before. Creativity isn't magic. It's one of your brain's most remarkable abilities to build something new from what already exists. Maybe the answer was never missing. Maybe your mind simply needed time to connect the pieces. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is pause. Your sixth hidden superpower is that your brain keeps searching for answers even after you stop looking. But perhaps the greatest proof of your brain's power isn't what it notices, or remembers, or creates. It's something far more incredible. The fact that it can change itself. Imagine if every mistake you ever made became permanent. Every bad habit, every fear, every failure. Locked inside your brain forever. Never changing. Never healing. Never growing. Fortunately, that isn't the brain you were given. Your brain isn't carved from stone. It's alive, changing, adapting. Rebuilding itself every single day. Think about something you couldn't do when you were 5 years old. Reading, writing, riding a bicycle. Speaking another language. Driving, using a smartphone. Now ask yourself, where did those abilities come from? They weren't hidden inside you waiting to appear. Your brain built them. One connection at a time. Every time you practice something, billions of neurons communicate. Some pathways grow stronger. Others become weaker. Your brain is constantly deciding which roads should become highways and which should quietly disappear. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. For many years, people believed the adult brain could barely change. Today, we know the story is far more hopeful. Throughout life, the brain remains capable of forming new connections and adapting in response to learning and experience, although this capacity changes with age and varies across different brain systems. Every new skill, every healthy habit, every lesson learned, leaves a mark inside your brain. Think about that. Every book you've read, every prayer you've memorized, every language you've practiced, every challenge you've overcome, has quietly reshaped the very organ making those changes possible. Your brain is both the student and the classroom. Maybe that's why your past doesn't have to become your future. The habits you struggle with today don't have to define who you'll become tomorrow. Growth isn't always fast. Sometimes it's almost invisible. But every small step can become part of who you are becoming. Your seventh hidden superpower isn't that your brain never changes. It's that it never completely stops learning. But here's something even stranger. How did your hand know exactly where that leaf was going to land? The answer reveals another hidden superpower you've been using since the day you were born. Think about what just happened. That leaf was moving, changing direction with every gust of wind. Yet somehow your hand knew exactly where to meet it. How? Your eyes didn't simply watch the leaf fall. Your brain used everything it already knew. Gravity, speed, direction, movement. Then it quietly predicted where the leaf was most likely to be next. Let's try something. Imagine someone gently tosses you a set of keys. Would you wait until they touched your hands before reacting? Of course not. Your hands begin moving long before the keys arrive. Because your brain is already predicting their path. You use this ability every single day. Catching a ball, walking downstairs. Crossing a busy street, driving a car. Even reaching for your coffee cup. Your brain is constantly asking, what happens next? Modern neuroscience suggests the brain is constantly generating predictions about incoming information. Then it compares those predictions with what actually happens. When the prediction is accurate, everything feels effortless. When reality surprises us, our brain rapidly updates its expectations. It's one reason learning never truly ends. Imagine if your brain had to calculate every single movement from the beginning every time. Walking would become exhausting. Conversation would feel painfully slow. Life would lose its rhythm. Prediction allows you to move through the world almost effortlessly. Perhaps that's why so many miracles feel ordinary. Not because they aren't incredible, but because your brain has practiced them so well that you no longer notice how extraordinary they really are. Your eighth hidden superpower is that your brain is always preparing for the future, one moment at a time. But prediction depends on something even deeper. Something your brain has spent your entire life learning to do. Finding order inside chaos. Seeing connections where others see randomness. And that may be one of the greatest reasons our species has survived. Look closely. What do you see? Random colors. Random shapes. Random pieces. Most people would say yes. Because at first, that's exactly what it looks like. Then something changes. Suddenly, your brain doesn't see hundreds of pieces anymore. It sees one butterfly. The pieces didn't change. Your brain did. Let's try something. Imagine you're looking at clouds. At first, they're simply clouds. Then suddenly, you notice a rabbit. Or a dragon, or a ship. Were those shapes really there? Or did your brain connect the pieces? Every expert you've ever admired shares something remarkable. They've trained their brain to recognize patterns most people haven't learned to see yet. Your brain is a pattern detector. Every day it compares what you're seeing now with everything you've learned before. That's how you recognize faces, voices, languages, music and places almost instantly. Without this ability, every face would seem unfamiliar. Every sentence would sound new. Every morning would feel like the first day of your life. Learning isn't just collecting information. It's discovering connections. Every time you understand something new, your brain links it to what you already know. The richer those connections become, the easier future learning becomes. Knowledge builds upon knowledge. Like roots beneath a growing tree. Perhaps that's true for life itself. Sometimes the pieces don't make sense while we're living them. Only later do we look back and realize they were quietly forming something beautiful all along. Your ninth hidden superpower is seeing meaning where others see randomness. We've uncovered 9 extraordinary abilities. Your brain filters the world, protects your attention, builds memories, keeps working while you sleep, creates ideas, rewires itself, predicts what comes next, finds hidden patterns. But none of them is the greatest superpower. Because every one of these abilities exists for one reason: to prepare you for the final discovery. We've searched through every corner of this garden and uncovered 9 extraordinary abilities, each one more remarkable than the last. So naturally there should be one final superpower. One last secret waiting to be revealed. But there isn't one. Because we've been asking the wrong question. There was never a 10th power waiting at the end. Because none of these abilities has ever worked alone. Not for a single second. While you were listening to these words, your attention filtered distractions. Your memory connected ideas. Your eyes predicted movement. Your senses adjusted to the world around you. Thousands of hidden processes working together, without asking for recognition. Perhaps that is the greatest miracle of all. Your brain isn't a collection of separate powers. It's a living system. Millions of neurons. Billions of connections. Countless abilities working together to create one experience. You. And maybe that's why we rarely notice how extraordinary our minds truly are. Not because they hide their wonders, but because they've been quietly working together every moment of our lives. The greatest discoveries aren't always about finding something new. Sometimes they're about seeing what has been there all along. Understanding your mind won't solve every challenge, but it gives you something priceless. The ability to understand yourself. And every journey toward understanding begins with curiosity. Until next time, keep wondering.